Trustee Powers, would you be kind enough to call the roll?
Call the roll.
Tab 6?
Yes.
Page 1.
Yes. John DeGrace.
Present.
George Gordon.
Present.
Linda Green.
Present.
Wanda Jackson, absent. Ed Powers, present. Donna Tunis.
Present.
Kathy Watts. Present. Grace Russell.
Present.
Doc, we have a quorum.
All right. I'm going to ask for the December 12th, 2017 minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the December 12th, 2017 minutes?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions? Any against? Motion carries. January 9th, 2018 minutes. Do I have a motion to approve January 9th, 2018 minutes?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Time out. I think that's
Is there somebody who is missing?
4, 5. There were only 6 at that meeting, and Mrs. Jackson's not here. So we can't do it,
We're going to have to
Sorry.
hold.
I was doing counting as you were going. Went a little too fast for me.
Okay, so let's try the March 27th. Do I have a motion to
No, you
approve?
don't have it.
Are we missing that one too?
Yep. You're missing number 2.
All right,
Mrs. Green,
so-
Dr. Tubman weren't there, and Mrs. Jackson's not here.
Okay, so those two will be held to the next one.
Sorry, I had to do my counting real fast.
Good.
December 12th is good.
Yes.
All right, we got 1 out of 3. Trustee Green, would you be kind enough to introduce the next donation?
Okay, thank you. Whereas Northwell Health Syosset Hospital, which is the principal place of business at 221 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791, has offered to donate a mobile X-ray system model GE AMX-4 Plus unit to the Allied Health Science Department of Nassau Community College. And whereas the estimated value of the donation is approximately $3,000. Whereas the Allied Health Sciences Department of Nassau Community College has determined that this donation will enrich the learning process for the students who take courses offered by the department and greatly appreciates this donation. Therefore, be it resolved that the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees accepts the donation of a mobile X-ray system model GEAMX-4 Plus unit from Northwell Health Syosset Hospital.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Trustee Grace, would you be kind enough to read the next one, number 3?
Okay, resolved that the rental fee be waived for the use of Nassau Community College Physical Education Complex Fieldhouse on May 22nd, 2018, for the purposes of a job fair and career opportunity sponsored by County Legislator Karan Abrahams on May 22nd, 2018, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it be further resolved that all associated personnel and maintenance costs will be borne by the user.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
Moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Therese, would you be kind enough to read the next one? You can read the resolve and just go on to the names.
Sure. Resolved, upon the recommendation of the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees, Personnel, Affirmative Action, and Labor Committee, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby approves that pursuant to the terms of the Faculty Collective Bargaining Agreement and upon the recommendation of the College-wide Promotion and Tenure Committee and the College Administration, the faculty members named herein are hereby promoted to the title and position as indicated herein, effective September 1st, 2018. Promotion to full professor, Emily Hegarty, Dean Caress, and Thomas Ray. Promotion to associate professor, Marianne Capone, Andrew DeJoseph, Rosemary Teriso, Dean Holzman, Christine Marchese, Salvador Massey, Elizabeth Hines Muniski, David Nugent, Heidi O'Connell, Laura O'Connell, Stephen B. Ogma, David Buchanan, Karen Siniti, Paul Sheehan, Randall Spinks, Joanne Thacker, Lisa Tyne.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And
Motion.
congratulations.
Congratulations to all. C6 of the Board's Rules of Procedure to allow for the consideration of 2 items that did not appear on the calendar.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Motion carries 7-0. Trustee Powers, would you kind enough to do the first one?
Yes, AFA stipulation of settlement. Resolved that the Board of Trustees of Nassau Community College, having reviewed a certain settlement agreement concerning a non-instructional employee in executive session, hereby approves the terms of the settlement agreement.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Trustee Green, would you be kind enough to introduce peace officers?
Whereas New York State Education Law 6306 and 6310 permit community colleges to grant peace officer status to appropriately trained personnel. And whereas New York State Education Law 6306 5-A-B permits community colleges to establish qualifications that the designation of a campus security officer as a peace officer shall be based on. And whereas in January 2017, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees approved qualifications for a campus security officer to be designated as a peace officer. And whereas public safety officers Miguel Otero, Julio Perez, Charles Dittmar, and Justin Bolovanik have all met the qualifications approved by the Board of Trustees. Now therefore be it resolved that the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the appointment of Miguel Otero, Julio Perez, Charles Dittmar, and Justin Bolovanik as peace officers effective April 9, 2018. And be it further resolved that the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby authorizes President H. U. Burkeen to enter into any and all agreements necessary to implement this resolution.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Now, congratulations.
Right.
Okay. Item 7 on the agenda is the second reading of the civility policy, which we are going to table, and I will leave it for the President under his section to discuss further. We're going to go to item 8, which is the second reading of policy manual 8000, information technology. And we have, this is the second reading of policies 8100, 8200, and 8300 of the Board of Trustees Policy Manual. Draft policies have been posted on the board's webpage. Additional copies are available here tonight.
As we discussed at the last meeting, and again we will do tonight as our second reading, Policy 8100 is the use of college computer resources, and it goes into great detail about all of the regulations related to networks, individual computers, and those kinds of things. And I trust that after the last meeting, you were able to find the policies.
Thank you
which is
very
great.
much.
No, and it's important that everybody know where to
Yes.
find them and look at them, because that's part of why we do a first reading and a second reading, so that we can get input and make appropriate adjustments to make them great policies. Dr. Keene, you've reviewed this policy also?
Yes, I have, and I recommend its adoption. It will protect our resources, which can so easily be used for purposes that are not consistent with our mission as an educational institution, so I recommend its adoption.
Should I keep going? The next policy is Policy 8200, which is network security, and I'm sure we all understand why we need a policy to protect our network, having watched what's going on in the news of late. And so this policy provides all of the details on how to protect the network here at the college and protect the people who use that.
Dr. King?
I have read the policy. I think it is extremely important for us to have a network security policy to protect our networks. And as you said, Trustee Weiss, it's well known that network security is extremely important. So I recommend its adoption.
And then the last policy tonight is Policy 8300, which is email policy. And again, we've discussed it. This is our second read as a board, if anybody on the board has any questions or concerns about it. But it's very specific to all of the guidelines related to internal emails, how to use the distribution list, and who gets access to our email servers and the lists.
Email is an extremely important part of our communications mechanism in the college, and so this policy will provide the background for our use of the email systems, and it's an important policy for us. I recommend its adoption.
Dr. Weiss, Dr. King, thank you very much. I'm going to make a motion under Article 8, Section C6 of the Board's Rules of Procedure to allow for the consideration of 2 items that do not appear in the calendar.
Second motion.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Motion carries. Dr. Weiss, I'm going to ask you if you can
We
do
have to do two in a row. It's okay?
Yeah.
All right. Resolved that upon the recommendation of the Policy and Planning Committee at its meeting of February 3rd, 2018, followed by 2 readings of the policy by the Board of Trustees and public discussion, the Board of Trustees of Nassau Community College adopts Section 8000, Information Technology. 1, Policy 8100, Use of Computer Resources, Policy 8200, Network Security, and Policy 8300, Email, and that the same be subsequently incorporated into the policy manual of the Board of Trustees of Nassau Community College.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the following 3 policies?
I'll make that motion.
Yeah.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. What I'll do for expediency's sake, I'm going to group all 3 policies together. There's no objection from the members of the board. So policy 8100, 8200, and 8300. All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Motion carries 7-0. And Dr. Weiss, I was going to ask you to instruct the next one.
Okay. Be it resolved that the representative composition of the Nassau Community College Presidential Search Committee is hereby established. And be it further resolved that 4 members of the board, one of whom shall be a student trustee, shall serve as members of the search committee and will lead the process. And be it further resolved that the following entities shall have the right to recommend 1 representative of their choosing for appointment as a member of the committee: academic department chairs, academic senate, Adjunct Faculty Association of Nassau Community College, Civil Service Employees Association, CSEA College Employee, Management Confidential Staff, Nassau Community College Administrators Association, Nassau Community College Federation of Teachers. Be it further resolved that 1 alumnus, alumna of the college and 1 member of the College Foundation Board, neither of which shall be an employee of the college, shall be appointed to the search committee as representatives of the community. And be it further resolved that 2 members shall be appointed to the search committee by the board from nominations relayed to the board by campus constituencies or individuals who advocate that representation of their nominees would enhance the effectiveness of the search. And be it further resolved that the entities enumerated herein and those constituencies submitting nominations shall have until 5 p.m. on May 18 to recommend their selection or nomination of a representative to the search committee and forward them to the secretary of the board. And if no recommended candidate nor nomination is forwarded by the stated time, then the opportunity to be represented on the search committee is therefore foreclosed. And be it further resolved that the individuals comprising the search committee shall be established by board resolution at its regularly scheduled meeting on June 12, 2018.
Do I have a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We go to the report of the president.
So, yeah, as you know, we've missed classes because of the snow, and we have come to some conclusions about making up time. We've announced these to the campus. We're underway with making up instructional time due to those losses. We've also begun working with the calendar. The calendar committee is working on future calendars, and we're hopeful that make-up time will be more effectively built into the future calendars. We've begun to register students for summer classes as well as for fall 2018. We continue to be concerned about the enrollment and are taking all actions we can to reverse the decline that we've been seeing. And there's been other discussion about that, about this matter during the committee meetings this evening. This is a time of year when many awards ceremonies are held. I was pleased to attend today the awards ceremony for student activities. It was not just a very impressive ceremony, but the students honored were among our top performers in both their involvement in campus activities and also in their classroom performance. Among those honored were the 10 winners of the Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. These 10 were also honored in Albany last week by Chancellor Johnson, where students from all SUNY campuses who also won this award were honored. Although I won't read all their names, I want to recognize one of them who sits at this table. That's Trustee Therese Russell, Chancellor's Award, SUNY Chancellor's Award winner for Student Excellence. Therese is also named, we just received the message this week, as the Northeast Regional Honors Council Student of the Year for 2-year colleges. She's And it's not just an annual event that we announce winnings, announce the awards won by the Speech and Debate Club, but it's turned out to be within the last 2 months we're announcing national competition awards won by this group. In the Community College National Tournament, our students just last week won 3 gold medal national championships, 2 silver medal runner-up awards, and the team won the bronze medal. Thanks to the outstanding mentoring and coaching role that Professor Trent Webb has performed over the years. Thank him for that service. That's my report, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we're going to go to the speakers list. Frank Present.
Good evening. Frank Presenter, NCC. You're doing better. The names.
Thank you.
Just rolling off your tongue. Just one point that I wanted to make. Well, first of all, wow, that presidential search is starting, so that's wonderful. I think it's a really, the broad spectrum of the search committee members, I think, is really well thought out. Thank you very much. I think, and so I don't know if it's appropriate to ask the question, but you said 2 members from the college, that these groups that are going to ask you to be represented, kind of like I'm thinking about the last presidential search when the Jewish studies folks wanted representation and Alana wanted representation. So are you soliciting the different organizations on campus? And so how do you see that proceeding? I just want to know what that process would be. Dr. Keene, are you going to send an email out to everybody with instructions?
The board will have a communication going out tomorrow that describes this in detail.
Okay, very good. Fine.
It's going to go campus-wide.
Okay, very good. So then I don't have to remember any details. Again, I just want to put something on the record, because I know that in all likelihood at the next board meeting, you're going to be approving the budget.
Hopefully.
Right? That'll be the May board meeting, right? So what happened last year, okay, prior to anybody having the ability to speak, okay, the board had a discussion, all right, about the tuition and about the budget, and you made some adjustments to it, okay? And I just want to make a point, and Therese, this is really for you especially, okay? My position is that as a student trustee, you do have an obligation to represent the students, okay? The idea that a reduction in tuition, okay, because whatever the tuition increase is going to be, all right, is a well-thought-out process, okay? It's a well-thought-out compromise that everybody makes. At the last minute, what happened, a discussion ensued about reducing the student tuition. The $30 that the students save per student each semester, if that money was in the budget, that would get compounded every year, okay? And the $30 that the students save, I don't believe equated into the services that they lost, and the services that every student will lose every semester because that compounded money is no longer available. That money wasn't put in the budget so that we could, you know, I already have a contract, okay? So it's not money that would have paid for more teacher salary, okay? It wasn't money, you know, to be spent frivolously. It was money that would have been spent on student services, student support, to increase retention, all right? And so I think it was a missed opportunity. So I just want to make that clear. I want to present my case to you so you understand it, and just present it to the board so you all understand it, okay? That I was really disappointed, and I see what we're missing every semester now because we don't have that money.
Greater FTE money from the state,
Well,
and greater money from the county.
Well, and I understand that, but I'm talking about what's in your control, okay? You know, we know the state, we know the county.
Okay. Stefan?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. The next Finance Committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, May 8th at 5 p.m., followed by the full board. The board will open public session approximately 6:30 p.m. and resume public session at approximately 7:30 p.m. I request a motion to adjourn the meeting. I have a motion.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Jim, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Meeting adjourned at 8:50.